My name is Haya Zommer. I'm 59 years old and I live now in Tel Aviv, Israel. My parents were Holocaust survivors, so it was a very tough one. They moved to Israel. I never had grandparents. I never have uncles, so they all died in the Holocaust. So it was rough. And I was born, my father was already 40 years old. He was born 1910. So, he didn't understand this hippie thing and this. I graduated the service in Israel and I followed the Beatles to India. I wanted to be a hippie. And I came to India in 1974. I flew into Bombay and took the boat. There was a boat coming to Goa. I wanted to be among the hippies and see what life is all about down there. I realized also, it's strangely enough, I thought of like this hippie, love-piecing hippies sitting all together, but I realized they were like little group, the Brits and the Americans, and then there was the Frenchies, and there was the group of the Italians, and then at full moon parties, when they all will be high, they will be dancing together and stuff, and everything was great. But in general, they were like pretty inside groups. And I was sitting in the side, and I remember a few people asked me, where am I from? And I said, I'm Israeli. And they thought, wow, in the 70s, that all Israelis are in the army killing Arabs. And I said, I did my share of this, and now I'm a hippie on the road, which I didn't kill any Arabs, but just for the sake of the statements. And yeah, there is some Israeli hippies too. And lo and behold, 20 years later, Israelis flock these beaches here. The experience of stripping actually did very good for me. First, when I left Israel in Asia, to Asia, 74, I came with $800 and no return ticket. So I thought I'm going to really run here for years with $800. I didn't even realize how little $800 was. And I reached up to Japan. And they came with this offer, and I said, I'll try it. And then I backed off, but then I finally made it and never stopped. Never looked back. I really cherished it because it really opened me up, and I became like thinking of taking off my clothes. It's not such a no-no or bad deal. It actually can be fun, and actually I learned to accept my body with all its flaws. And I became a great dancer. And I actually even enjoyed it. And I thought, what a job, and I'm getting paid for it. Wow, I really got it made. And I think being on the road opened me up towards it. It's like a build-up. And then by 79, the middle of mid-79, I left the Asia scene. I was here already 5 years from 74, and I decided this was enough. I reached my age of 30, and I thought now I have to give it a shot, try the straight life. So it won't be such a cultural shock. And from Japan, I went to America. And then I moved to New York City and went to architecture school. I did architecture in New York, and then I worked a little in New York, and I had to move back to Israel to take care of my parents. They were really aging, and I don't have really much of a family. I made some money, so it gave me the comfort of freedom, and I try not to abuse it. I try to really not take it for granted and do positive things to give back to the community, in my studies, in my research. I think sometimes this idea of hippies and freedom, some people abuse it. They don't know what to do with it, Here they have freedom, now what? Many people can talk the talk, but they cannot walk the walk, Their mouth writes checks, their ass doesn't cash. They scatter promises, but when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they don't deliver. So, yeah, that's a big part of my hippie, I might say disappointment, because I expected maybe this to be, but between a lot of them, I don't think they stand behind the movement or the real thing, This trip really paved my life, actually, being on the road. I wouldn't be who I am now without this, that's for sure.
If you'd like to show your support, please subscribe to the Being Here YouTube channel and check out some of our other videos. You can also follow the links below to our website and other social channels.